No Man's Sky is one of those games that will either have you reminiscing on one-of-a-kind gaming moments or will have you ready to burn it at the stake for failing to live up to all its broken promises. Personally, I used to own this game day one, but returned it a week later after realizing that this wasn't the game that they promised to us. And I wasn't the only one. With so many broken promises, the community can make a whole spreadsheet showing everything we should have gotten at launch but didn't. Link in the description below. It's clear that No Man's Sky was originally in way over its head. A lack of features, performance issues, and a feeling of emptiness in its vast universe that goes beyond just exploring the vast cosmos. Players like me just felt misled, and No Man's Sky quickly became the poster child for over-promising and under-delivering. It got what it deserved at the time, and though it sucks a small indie developer got hit with so much flack, you couldn't really be too upset about it. No Man's Sky is actually the last game I ever pre-ordered to this day. No matter how much I'm looking forward to a release, it completely broke my trust with video game companies and what they say their game is gonna be like. But in a surprising video game underdog story, instead of abandoning ship, Hello Games did something most video game companies nowadays wouldn't even dare do. They went back to work. And even after being buried 6 feet under, No Man's Sky received patch after update after patch after free content after gameplay overhaul, all to slowly improve it. And that grind didn't stop for nearly 7 years. No Man's Sky was slowly becoming the game that was promised to us all those years ago. But that still wasn't enough for me to want to get back in it. It wasn't until I was playing Starfield, another indie small-time space exploration game that you may have heard of, that I started comparing in my mind how one game did another thing better. It made me remember my few moments with No Man's Sky, and I remembered even with how bare bones its initial experience was, the concept of being able to travel from planet to planet in a massive open universe setting was always kind of sick. So that alone kind of made me want to check out No Man's Sky again. I wanted to see what was different and what it had to offer. So what were my first initial impressions back into this game after nearly 7 years of not playing?
Alright gentlemen, I started war with the Sentinels for zero good reason, so...
Okay.
Alright, well, seeing as how I pissed off the Sentinels, I might just hide in the building until they go away.
Why these aliens attack me? I blame you.
They're not attacking you.
Bro, what are you... I hate that you're doing all this shit.
What am I doing?
Bro, now there's an elite sentinel on the way. I don't even know why.
It's because I pissed them off.
Yeah.
Alright, I appear to have made a mistake, so I'm gonna go hide out in this cave.
I cannot believe you fucking... This is some US shit, bro. Alright, I'm leaving the fucking planet.
Oh, you can leave the planet now?
Yes.
Wait, have you gotten in this cave? It's pretty cool in here.
Bro, I'm being chased. Fuck you.
I lost the Sentinels, bro. We're good.
Bro, I didn't. I'm being chased.
Oh, maybe you should have followed me into the cave, huh? Can I not?
You're gonna get me fucking killed, bro.
No, why would I do that? You're my friend. I would never do that to you.
I'm about to die.
Oh, just go back on the planet.
I cannot believe Gino did this to me, bro.
You did this to you. Oh yeah,
No. How do I land?
Square or X.
Yeah, there's a reason why this video is coming out a week after I promised it. But everything deserves a second chance, and I was willing to give No Man's Sky 3. And honestly, I'm glad I stuck with it. If there's one thing that has remained true in all these years of No Man's Sky, with or without its updates, it's its sense of wonder and possibility. Stumbling upon an uncharted world that no player has ever seen, scanning its flora and animals that are unique to this planet alone, and documenting your discoveries to then turn it into resources to better your character and your experience. It's still a feeling that's indescribable if you like that kind of thing, and I can't think of many games that capture that same sense of wonder. Add in all these updates that give more of a reason for you to explore, and it's surprising how much it doesn't get old. Every single time I left the planet or arrived, it was such an enjoyable feeling to see how seamless it was. Sure, it wasn't perfect, and graphical issues love to show up every now and then, but it didn't take away from the fact that I just flew to another planet. Conceptually, No Man's Sky is such a cool game, man. Like, whoever thought of it is a genius. From its planets and animals being procedurally generated and its soundtrack and ambience being fine-tuned to help sell all this, it truly is a one-of-a-kind game. And though it clearly has its downsides, the best update is without a doubt the multiplayer. Being able to explore all this with friends is fun, and it's kind of wild to think that we could all be on different planets or even solar systems doing our own thing, just to randomly stumble upon each other when our objectives go hand in hand. And even if we didn't want to focus on missions, just being able to explore the world with another player was fun, and definitely missing from my initial experience with this game. And because we can build a camp, pulling in resources and building megastructures is something I'd never thought I'd do with this game. And because of its lobby system and crossplay, I was able to play with friends the moment I hopped on, not needing to hit any prerequisites or milestones to just have a good time. All of these updates that came out over the years really helped to make No Man's Sky feel more like a game in the best ways. I have goals now and objectives and things I want to do. I'm not just exploring for the sake of exploring anymore, as I'm now traveling the cosmos in order to discover its secrets, upgrade myself, and meet aliens. It's awesome. Finding black holes and seeing where in the universe they'll take you, encountering events randomly in space, and discovering old structures of past civilizations are some of the few things that had me looking forward to each system I entered. Hell, if you want to, you can become a black market smuggler and make a bunch of money just selling illegal goods and taking on bounty missions. That could be your whole identity in this game if you wanted it to. I said it before, but I just never thought I'd do something like this in this game. But besides multiplayer, the coolest update without a doubt has to be the space anomaly. A central hub that has other players running around and serves as your main place to go to discover new recipes and upgrades. It's such a cool addition to this game that I really wish was part of the game year one, because it's just like, what am I even looking at? Seeing other players go about their business really helped to make this game feel way less lonely when I wasn't playing with friends. And I love the fact that it's gathering players from across the cosmos, as realistically, there's little to no chance you'll see another player otherwise. But if that wasn't enough, seeing all the cool upgrades I could get if I kept playing the game was such an incentive to keep playing, because why would I not want to control a giant mech and upgrade it with planet leveling weapons? And the anomaly goes hand in hand with the game's story. Unless you're playing to explore or do your own thing, the story is your main reason for doing anything in this game. Uncovering the secrets of not only the universe, but yourself. I'm not too crazy on how this game handles it, as it's more often than not just simple fetch quests that are slowly teaching you things about the game. But I'm glad it's here, because if it wasn't, I probably would not have gone as far as I have, as it gives a reason for a lot of the things going on in this game's universe. I could go on and talk about every single thing this game has added since it first came out, but there's still so much more to this game I haven't even mentioned, and it would probably take at least an hour to explain it all. Underwater exploration, fleet management, weapon crafting, vehicle creation, cooking and farming, animal riding, and even VR. But despite everything I've said about this game, and even everything they added, it is first and foremost an exploration game. So even though there are elements of combat and base building and all these other little things, if the exploration does not hook you or is not interesting to you in the slightest, No Man's Sky isn't the game for you, sadly. And I think that's true to me too. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but personally, even with how much I love this game's concept, like I mentioned, the story is probably the only thing that's keeping me going. As much as I enjoy the concept of intergalactic seamless exploration, I'm a player that's all for the mechanics and story. I love how the ships control and flying around and all that, but besides the occasional space battles here and there, it doesn't really feel utilized that heavy. And even though I'm interested in where the story is going, the constant back and forth to arrive at different planets for just one thing just to leave it immediately, it's getting really tedious. I don't think any of this makes No Man's Sky a bad game. In fact, I do think it's a great game. I just argue that it's not for me. But if you're looking for something that could ruin your friendships, look no further. No Man's Sky is a testament to the power of redemption in the gaming world. It went from being one of the worst games of all time to a shining example of how a dedicated team and a passionate community can turn things around, as they're constantly working with each other hand in hand to improve No Man's Sky. It's not the only game that's done this, but I'd argue it's the most impressive. With constant content updates and events, this is one of those games that could go on and live for decades. All because they wanted to put in the work. I have nothing but mad respect for Hello Games and what they have done. And even though it's not 100% for me, if you haven't revisited No Man's Sky since its rocky launch, now might be the perfect time to jump back in and just check it out. I mean, it is available on Game Pass if you got it. Overall, this game is impressive. I really do like it, as it is really a one-of-a-kind gaming experience that can't be replicated. Enjoy the rest of your day, and take care.